minutes before the end, you may want to ask some questions. And then if you want to hang around after, we usually stick around for a bit later on as well, as the questions sort of start to flow. But yes, feel there's going to be recording. I'm recording this now. So I've been waiting for Annie to come in here. So I'm really looking forward to meet with Annie. We've had some nice chats already.
But we can only see both of you, yeah? We don't see each other,
yeah? I'm not sure. I don't know. I've never visited as a guest. Hey, Annie. Good afternoon. Good morning, where you are. How are you? If your mic's not working, you may want to tap the screen and just look for the mic icon and just unmute yourself for a moment. We are recording, guys, so there will be a replay available following up from this. But I will launch into my my little intro. Grant will start presenting a screen very shortly. So I just wanted to first of all say thank you so much for attending this free info session on the Blam certified partnership program today.
You forgot what it was then, Ed.
I said certified. I said I can't believe I said certified.
That's a completely different webinar.
Yes.
This is what happens when you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to play golf, Ed.
I know. Yes.
It's losing the plot.
My name is Edward van der Kleijn. I'm the International Sales Director here at Blam. Yeah, you just can just look forward to my fumbling along here. That's going to be just fun to watch in itself. But it's going to be just an info session at this stage. We will talk a little bit more about the program and how some of our partners are making in excess of 6 figures a year from this business, from a monthly recurring revenue in a business selling websites and apps to small to medium-sized businesses, using our tools, our systems, our training, and our websites and apps platform. And some very excited news as well, which we'll reveal at the end. We've got some new tools that you can sell. So I'm really excited you're here. I just want to know that this is an informational session today. Our goal is to share as much info as possible. But we will go through some numbers and the maths behind them and talk about what it means to be a digital marketing consultant in today's world. And especially with this COVID pandemic, helping small business owners navigate this lockdown restriction situation that they're in at the moment, using our technology and actually leveraging that technology to make more money for their business. It's an excellent time to start a business like this. We've seen a massive increase in orders, but as I said, my goal is to help you understand the program and the business opportunity. So if at the end we are aligned and you like what you see, you like the sound of it, we can set up another call, maybe do a one-to-one. I think we've set something up for Youssef as well, which I'm looking forward to already on Monday. But just take as much information as you can at the moment. If you like it, great. If not, then hopefully we've inspired you to look into our business, the business model behind it. It's something that's definitely worth considering when you're starting a business for yourself. So, bit of housekeeping. If you got a phone or you're watching this on the phone, if you get any notifications, we're quite happy for you to dive out. And sort of deal with that. You can dive back in straight away if you want, but take some notes. It should be fun, especially with Youssef's hat. I'm enjoying myself already. So I'll leave you to take it away, my friend. Grant, go ahead.
Brilliant. Thanks, Ed, and welcome everybody. And thank you for joining us on a Friday. We know that Friday afternoons or wherever we are in the world, Friday is not always the easiest day to spend. But so hopefully we're going to keep it light, and we're going to tell you about Blam Partners today. We're going to talk to you about how Blam Partners run their business, what we've been doing throughout the pandemic. And the idea really today, as Ed said, is to just try and give you a bit of entrepreneurial motivation. That's what we love. We love entrepreneurs. We love budding entrepreneurs. And we hope that we can inspire you, whether that is to become a Blam partner or just to start your own business, or start another business if you're already in business, or grow the business that you've got. That's what we're all about. We just love helping entrepreneurs do their thing. As Ed said, it's fairly informal. So there's a little chat box that you will see top right, or it might be in the middle of your screen if you're on your phone. Feel free to ask questions as we're going through. Ed will be curating, so he'll be able to answer using the chat. I was going to stop a couple of times as well as I'm going through so that we can ask questions. We do keep it light. It is Friday. We're looking forward to the weekend. And without further ado, let's crack on, because over the last few months, I think it's fair to say, it's a bit of an understatement to say that we've been through unprecedented times, because how many times have you heard that word over the last few months? Everything has now changed with the way that we do business. And it's been a fascinating journey. And we're now told that this is now what the new normal. This is the new normal that we're now in. So we are now wearing face masks. We are seeing our town centres and still pretty quiet. No handshaking when we go out, when we do business now, and social distancing is something that we're all experiencing now. Now, Blam partners are all over the world. We're in 8-9 different countries now, and we've seen consistently over the world over the last few months the same kind of thing. We've all been in it together. We've had a common enemy, haven't we? That is the virus, which has meant that we have come close together, and the world, in actual fact, after this pandemic, has never been smaller, because now people are used to doing business online. People are used to attending webinars like this, so much more so than they were just 4 short months ago, because now people know the world over that digital is the only way. And as we come out of lockdown and we start interacting and we start going about our daily lives again, digital is used so much more than it used to, not only because of social distancing, but because people are now being drawn towards it, because that's all they've been used to over the last few months. And small businesses now know that digital is the only thing that can save them. So businesses that traditionally were quite reluctant to go online because they were, much more traditional businesses, have now been forced to adopt the online strategies, and that is actually the thing that has saved them. And I have to say, for us at Blam, it's been an unbelievable journey the last few months. It's been very humbling, because we have been able to literally save people's businesses. Businesses that didn't have a way of trading, we've been able to help them by giving them the digital tools that allow them to actually start doing business again, which has been absolutely amazing. Our Blam partners have never been busier. We've had a record 4 months in business, because now every business knows that if they have not got a digital strategy, they haven't got a business. And so we as an organisation have been inundated with people wanting our products, because we have the products that are right in the sweet spot of where the demand is right now. And that's small to medium-sized businesses that need to be able to trade online. They need to be successful online. They need the tools that are going to help them with social distancing, enable them to sell, to book meetings, to have meetings, to do screen shares, do webinars. All of the tools that have been an essential necessity during the last few months are the tools that we've been selling anyway. And hence we've had, the busiest few months of our entire 5.5 years of doing the partnership program. And it's only getting busier, because digital is now king. It is the king. And we are blessed and lucky to be in an industry that is growing quicker than ever. And it was already growing really quickly before the lockdown. But we've effectively accelerated the transition to digital. The estimates at the moment are around roughly 5 years. So in the last 4 months, we've accelerated the transition to the use of digital, so that it's 5 years into the future, where we knew that most businesses were going to end up with an app at some point. Most businesses would have had a digital strategy, would have had the ability to be able to sell online. That was the way that things were going. But now a mass market of people know that that's the way they need to trade. And hence Blam partners are leading the way, because we already had the tools, we already had the systems, we already had the processes. Because what Blam partners do in essence is they come to us and we teach them how to engage with small businesses and show those small businesses how they can be successful online, which is exactly what they've needed to do during the pandemic, and now ongoing with social distancing, that has now accelerated the transition to that place where now all businesses know that they need it. And just to be clear, the way that Blam Partners operate is that they have their very own business. It's their own brand that we create for them, their own website, their own app. And then we give them the training, the support, and the back office, meaning that they don't need to have any technical knowledge. They don't need to have any coding skills or design skills or any sort of the deep technical skills that we at head office have. They need to have the personal skills to be able to talk to small business owners, show them the products and services that they can provide, and put a strategy together for them to be able to help them grow their business using the marketing tools that we do. And we take care of all of the back office. And this is a model that we started rolling out nearly 6 years ago now. And it's one that's been an absolute pleasure for myself and Ed to run. And it's never been busier than now because of all the reasons stated. So in order to sort of help you understand how Blam has been successful and why it's been successful, I'm going to give you, if you'll indulge me, a little bit of my history to explain where it came about, because as the CEO, the founder of Blam, there were some strategies that we put in place with the partnership program that can be related to no matter what business you go into, that I'd like to share with you to help you understand why it works and how it came about. So, as I said, my name's Grant Stain, and I set up my first business in 2001. And so that was me back in the days where, as a young entrepreneur, I thought I had the whole entrepreneurial thing sussed. You know, I set up a marketing agency. There was me in my nice flashy offices, my barn conversion. I had a couple of businesses at the time. I had a marketing agency, a recruitment consultant. I could just see the signs on the wall in the background there. And I was the sort of, you know, the stereotypical successful marketing entrepreneur working with big brands. So these brands, for those of you that are in the UK, Halfords, you'll know Halfords is the biggest automotive and cycling retailer in the UK with over 300 branches. You'll recognize some of these other brands no matter where you are in the world. And those were the businesses that I worked with, and they paid me to manage their branding and their marketing for them. And by far the biggest client that I had was Halfords. And so it would be a job by job basis. So they would give me a job. I would quote the job. I would win the job, then I would produce the job. So it might be a website, it might be a marketing campaign, advertising campaign, it could be photography, whatever it might be. Produce the job, invoice it, and get paid, and then wait for the next one. Well, that was a big mistake, because it sort of came back to me that the mistake that I actually made, and unbeknownst to me, back then I thought I knew it all. I thought, you know, I've got all the trimmings of success. I've got a business working with great big brands. Everybody, you know, perceived me to be a successful entrepreneur. But in actual fact, that there was a huge flaw in my business, and that was, as the image says, having all my eggs in one basket, because the bulk of the revenue that I earned was from one big client, and that big client was paying me on an ad hoc basis, so job by job. And that meant that in 2008, some of you may recall, we hit a big recession. What happened to me was that my business was devastated by that recession, because the big clients that I had decided that due to the recession, due to them contracting and due to them to fear making them think we need to make cuts here because we're in the deepest economic recession the world has seen for 50 years, they're actually going to reduce their marketing spend. They're going to take the work in-house. And that left me with a big office, lots of staff, big overheads, and no work. And so that put me in a very precarious position. It was horrible, I have to tell you, horrible. I had to make, you know, people that had worked for me for years redundant. I had to reduce all my overheads. I had to downsize. My recruitment consultancy business that I had actually went bust because nobody was hiring. And it was awful. And I barely scraped through that recession with my marketing business. And it was a shadow of its former self when I did. So this made me do some soul searching, because it was awful. It was a horrible time, and it made me realize just how vulnerable and how easy it was to actually fail in business. So I did some searching, I did some soul searching, and I did some serious research. And what I found out was there have been 33 recessions since 1854. We're actually in the 34th recession right now. So anybody that's got a head on their shoulders that goes into business, surely they should realize that if their business is going to stand the test of time, you've got to have a business plan that accounts for a recession. Because if you're going to be in business longer than 10 years, you can pretty much guarantee you're going to be trading in a recession. And in a recession, the same things happen. Every one of those 33 recessions, people have done the same thing. They have contracted, they have buried their head in the sand, they have hunkered down, they have cut costs, they have waited to see what is going to happen. And for a lot of them, they're waiting to see is the thing that ended up making them go out of business. And there's always businesses that go out of business during a recession. However, there are always businesses that expand, not contract in a recession. There are always success stories in a recession. And if you look back through every single one of those, there were always opportunities. And in fact, back at the end of the Second World War, 1945, in the decade after the Second World War, and that was a deep, deep recession. Most countries in the world were bankrupt. More millionaires were created in that period than any other period. So in the deepest recession, there's always opportunity. And this really hit home with me, because the last thing I wanted to do was to keep running my business and face the same scenario again. And that's when I realized there was an ingredient that I needed in my business. And this ingredient consisted of 3 very special words. And I'd be interested to see if anybody can guess what those 3 little letters stand for, MRR. And if anybody wants to drop into the chat right now what they think MRR stands for. And we've had some very creative messages as we've done these webinars of what people think they are. It's not a trick question, guys. Feel free to just drop in there what you think it is. But these 3 letters, these 3 words are the aspiration that I hunted for and that I wanted to achieve in order to secure a business that was recession proof and had longevity. So I'll put you all out of your misery. I'm sure some of you know already that monthly recurring revenue, a monthly recurring revenue model is what we were looking for back then. Because if you've got all of your eggs in one basket like I had, you leave yourself open to any recession. Because if you're one basket full of the eggs from that one customer or that handful of customers, you know, are susceptible also to a recession, then your business is going to be hindered massively. So I went on this journey and I decided to reconstruct my business. And I actually built an app development company. And that app development company specialized in selling small business apps to small businesses on a monthly recurring revenue model. In other words, we had hundreds of customers all paying a small amount of money, and they all paid that small amount of money on a monthly recurring model. And that meant that that business, if they lost a few customers due to a recession or a percentage of customers due to a recession, the money still kept coming in. And so this was my goal, was to build a business based on that, and that's what we did. And that business actually went on to be a franchise business that became the fastest selling franchise of 2012 in the UK. And that took me on an entrepreneurial journey where I actually built multiple businesses over the next few years that sort of accumulated with me building the supercar experience business, which I sold out of about 4 years ago now. Which again worked on the volume model. So we would have 250 people turn up to a racetrack and drive a supercar around a racetrack for 3 laps or so. And if a handful of those people didn't turn up, then it didn't matter. And they came in, week out, and it was that recurring revenue from a from not having all my eggs in one basket was, again, you know, the thing that meant that the business had longevity. And that's really key in anything you do. But I sold that business to focus solely on what I do now. And Blam is now the full focus of my business. And really what Blam is taking that business model that I built up with my marketing agency after the last recession. And then in order to achieve the global scaling opportunity that was there, we've done it as a partnership program so that we can scale quickly and we can get the products that we know small businesses need out to the hands of the small businesses around the globe. So just to briefly explain a little bit about Blam Partners. Our Blam partners are a real diverse bunch. They're people just like you that have sat on a webinar just like this and have felt the need to be an entrepreneur, but they want a template, they want a platform to be able to follow the instructions that we provide in order for them to become a digital marketing consultant, a digital marketing agency owner. So our Blam partners are all passionate about helping small businesses be successful online, because there's an endless supply of those right now. The last thing in the world that we've got is a shortage of customers. What we have got is a shortage of partners. The more partners that we can get out there, the more of these small businesses we can help. Hence we run webinars like this, because our mission is to get as many partners trained up that we can actually cope with within our infrastructure. And we are limited each month in the ones that we can train to be able to go out and sell predominantly websites and apps under their own brand, using our systems, processes, our trainings. And Blam Partners really is a community of people just like you that come together on a regular basis. We get together 2 or 3 times a week online to share best practice, to do training, to do coaching, to talk about our experiences, to grow our businesses. And every Blam Partners business is based on MRR, a monthly recurring revenue model based on products that are very sticky, which means that revenue keeps coming in, week out, because the products are such that the customers rely on them. They love the product, they love the service, and therefore the more you sell, the more you earn. And it's a win-win for everybody. It really is. And we've been doing this for 5.5 years now as a partnership program. And as I say, we're scaling faster than ever right now. And it's an absolute pleasure of business to be in. And Ed and I lead this business from the front. We are extremely hands-on. We talk to all of our partners face to face. Hence we have to cap how many we take on each month, because we personally take charge of the mentoring, of the coaching, of the educational side of it. We absolutely love what we do, and I'm hope that you'll get a feeling for that on this webinar today. So what I'm going to do now is just talk you through the way the partnership program works in terms of the products, the people, and the passion behind it. As I said, feel free as I start getting into the product side of it to ask questions in the chat. And if at the end of this you feel like Blam is something that you want to look into deeper, then Ed, if you haven't already, will be taking bookings, which he will post into the chat, so that you can have a one-to-one with Ed and go on a deep dive into the products, the service, and the revenue model, because every partner's different. Everybody's availability is different. Some people do this as a side gig, some people do full-on full-time with staff, and everything in between. And so we take a deep dive, look at your particular scenario, check whether you're a good fit, and we think that we can help you become successful. And then we can look at some numbers, look at some revenue predictions for yourself, and see whether there's a good fit. And if there is, fantastic, it'd be great for us to work with you. And if there isn't, I really hope we've been able to inspire you and help you on that entrepreneurial journey. So without further ado, guys, let me tell you a little bit about your mentor, should you become a Blam partner, Mr. Edward van der KLEIJN. So a very proud Dutchman, and a guy that has been with us for a long time now and is absolutely Blam through and through. But it hasn't always been that way. He actually started his career in hospitality, and he actually ran a restaurant in Disneyland Paris. Not sure if you did you wear the ears, Ed, when you were running that restaurant?
Only the tourists when
Only
they bought it from the when they bought it from the shop.
From the
So,
show. Yeah.
Although we've got some compromising pictures of some of the characters backstage.
I
That
bet
was
you
fun.
have. Yeah. I remember the famous ones when they opened Disneyland Paris of like Mickey Mouse behind the scenes having a cigarette, like, which is really out of character for the. But the thing is about Disney, and I'm sure you'll agree, is that the training that you had there and the whole ethos of Disney is all customer service focused, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of lost on the French now, but
yeah.
sorry, that was a bit of unconscious bias there.
There was a bit, yeah. I love Disneyland Paris. It's brilliant. But you didn't stay there too long, did you, mate? Because having met your beautiful English rose of a wife, Hayley, you moved back to the UK, and you actually you realised that anybody that's successful in business, because you read a book on it. What was the book called that you read?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
That was it. Yeah. You need to be good at selling to be successful in business. So Ed very proactively accosted a door-to-door salesperson and said, take me to your boss. I want a job selling. I want to learn how to sell, which is what he did. He became excellent.
The other thing it said was build a pipeline and create a business with a system.
With a system,
so that you have that recurring income. So otherwise, it's not a business. It's just a job. Swapping hours for money. That's just a job. Even if you're self-employed and you might think you're in business, it's not a business.
No, you've got to have that MRR. That's the key, isn't it?
It's a job, and you are your own boss, which is probably the worst scenario there is.
Yeah, and it happens so often. You think about lots of people who are entrepreneurs, and they've got a job where they're getting paid job by job, and if they don't get another job, then their business collapses. I mean, that's what happened to me, and you're not really a very savvy business person if that's the way you run your business. And I didn't realize that. I thought I had it. I thought I knew it all. But of course, if you read any of the Rich Dad Poor Dad's a great book, obviously, there's lots of others that will preach this, and digital marketing is something obviously you became expert in as well, because you moved on from doing that to doing LinkedIn training, digital marketing. And so when you were introduced as a Blam partner, I'm guessing that was one of the things that appealed to you, that monthly recurring revenue model. And Ed was sat there listening to me when not long after we'd first set up, and he actually handed over his hard-earned cash and became a Blam partner. Which was good news for us, because he very quickly became one of our top partners and a very successful partner. But Ed is a different breed, and he's absolutely invested in this business and totally. I always say Ed's one of those guys, much like myself. If you chop our arms off, it will say Blam inside like a stick of rock. It's totally what we live and breathe. And so Ed came on board on the management team and is now director and shareholder in the business. And it's Ed and I who lead this business now. And so I wanted to share that story with you about Ed, because if you become a Blam partner, much as you've already had a chat with Ed, Ed's the guy that's there for you as well on an ongoing basis. We both make ourselves very accessible to any partner, and particular if our elite partners get mentored by us, and that means that you get an elite partner gets scheduled regular mentoring calls with me and Ed to ensure success, and I'm going to be able to tell you a little bit about that in a little while.
But anyway, I was exactly in the same position, and it's probably worth mentioning. And one of the reasons I was very attracted to this opportunity was because these are small subscriptions that keep going in, month out. And previously, when I had my own agency, you build a website, you have to go and find another customer. You build a website, you have to find another customer. Yeah. And then, it just grows really slowly. I love the fact that, and one of my sales jobs was actually selling mobile phone contracts, B2B, and that's one of those subscription businesses, when you've got thousands of customers paying you $10 a month, that's a great business, because they're not going to give up their mobile phone contract. So it's but that was in the days when a mobile phone contract was still $10.
Not anymore.
I mean, yeah, just who's got a mobile phone contract that's less than $50 these days?
So so it doesn't matter what business you're in, guys, whether you become a Blam partner or whatever you decide to do in your entrepreneurial journey, there is a question that you need to ask yourself, and that is, what problem do we solve? Because really any business is about identifying who your customer is, identifying what problem they have, and solving that problem for them in exchange for money. And that's really any kind of business. That's what it's all about. It's about having that problem solved in exchange for money. And in our instance, our target audience are small to medium-sized businesses, or SMEs, small to medium-sized enterprises. And the problems that they face when it comes to digital marketing, no matter where you go in the world, I guarantee you will see the same issue. And that issue is time, because they don't understand digital marketing. They haven't got the knowledge and skills or the time to learn the knowledge and skills, and they'd rather leave it to the experts. And we have empathy for this, because we know that these small business owners, they're busy trying to make a living. They're busy doing what they do. They're busy servicing their existing customers. And digital marketing, there's a lot of noise out there in digital marketing's world. And leaving it to the experts is really what they want to do, but they're not sure who the experts are. And that's, of course, where we come in, because we're going through a digital marketing revolution at the moment, guys. It's super fast paced. It's always changing. And now it's more important than ever. And this digital marketing revolution has been going on since the iPhone first kind of, really started kicking off, and even before that. But over the last few months, it has accelerated beyond belief. And we're just blessed. And I suppose there's luck involved in this as well. But we're just in the right place at the right time right now, guys. And it's and I say this with some sensitivity, because I acknowledge there are many businesses, there are many people that have suffered during the last few months, and we have an awful amount of empathy. On the other hand, we've actually helped many people and many businesses through that time, because we've been able to provide solutions that meant that they were able to carry on doing business. And that has been just an awesome thing, to know that there's this win-win-win scenario in place where the customers win, our partners win, and we win. It's just brilliant. And over the last few months, we've accelerated towards our mission. And our mission that we set in place 5.5 years ago, was to be the world's biggest designer of websites and apps for small businesses. And to achieve that message and to achieve that goal, which is a big audacious goal, guys, make no bones about it, but we absolutely 100% believe in it, because we believe in our partners. The reason we've set such a big audacious goal is because we've got partners around the world that are all motivated, because they've got their own business, because they're earning great money, and our job is to support them and make them become successful, because if they become successful, so do we. And in order for them to become successful, they have to be passionate about what they do. And part of that passion comes from having your own business, which is what we provide for them. But also it's having that belief in what you sell. And that's why the products that we sell are absolutely vital. In fact, what we always say in our business is that you have to be in love with your products. You literally have to be totally besotted with them, because if you don't believe that every time you make a sale, you've done a good thing, how do you expect to sell anything? How do you expect your customers to buy from you if you're not being genuine about what you sell? And I have to say that we are always so proud and delighted when we make a sale, because we know that our customers are going to love what we give them. And I say that from the bottom of my heart, because it's just an awesome place to be in, to be able to talk like that and talk honestly about it. And our partners can say the same, and we get that feedback all the time. In fact, I was on one of our multi-mind groups earlier this week, and for our partners, all of our partners get onboarded into a group where there's other partners, and they meet once a month, and they share their experiences, they share their wins, their highs, their lows. One of our guys based in Southern California was saying that what he loves is every time he makes a sale, He posts it onto all of his social media because he's always really proud of the quality of the design, of the feedback that he gets from his clients, and he makes sure that all the clients then like and share the posts that he does, because he gets business just based purely on the quality of the product, because the websites look so good, the apps look so good, and then everybody shares in it. And that's just awesome that you've got that social proof that you can use, because we believe in what we do massively. So let me talk to you a little bit about our products, because we call it's our number one why. It's our why. It's the thing that drives us. It's the reason why we are so confident and passionate, and why we persevere and why we do what we do, because we know every time we make a sale, we've done a good thing.
Guys, just to jump in quick, we're about halfway through. We've had Khaled join us, I think, from Ireland. Great to see you here. Also, feel free to use the chat if you have any questions, or just to drop in a quick message to say where you're from, where you're dialing in from. Be good to know.
Yeah, that'd be great, guys. Be great to know where you're from, because when we run these webinars, we get people all over the world, and it's always interesting now, especially because, you know, we've all been in this together, guys. You know, we're starting to slowly come out of lockdown. I know some parts of the world have gone back into lockdown. That guy was just talking about, you know, in California, he's back in lockdown now. You know, and we've all been in it together. And so, yeah, just post in the message, guys. Just let us know where you're from.
And just a bit of useless trivia for you. Did you know that today is National Pina Colada Day? That has inspired me.
That's inspired me. And guess what I'm doing after this?
No.
I'm going to the pub.
What do you do? What are you doing?
I'm going to meet Andy, my mentor, at
the
pub. Yeah, and he's meeting me at the pub. So maybe I've got the deal is with my mentor, guys. He's a super experienced business guy. He's run 13 public limited companies. He's a hell of a guy. He's not retired yet, still plying on. But
I'm surprised he's coming out though, because he's a proper
this is the first time. Yeah, well, he's 62 years old now. And I'm diverse. You know, it's Friday afternoon, guys. Bear with me, but he's an absolute legend in business. But he's very paranoid, and so he's kept himself indoors. And this is the first time he's meeting with me. It's the first time he'll be out of the house in a public leisure setting, if you like. So yeah, he wants to meet outside, but I'm going to have to buy him a pina colada now, Ed. Thanks to you.
Well, thanks, Ritesh. Ritesh is calling in from South Africa. Annie, really great chat last night from Hemet, in between Los Angeles and San Diego.
We love it there, don't we, buddy? We've probably been past that on the train.
No, it's a bit more inland. Yeah, but because we go past the coast, don't we? And then Toronto for Azar Hack. Great to see you.
We love Toronto.
Khaled is from Dublin. Yusuf, Leicester.
Oh, back in lockdown.
Yes, back in lockdown. Oh my goodness, what's going on?
It's come down to Birmingham, mate. It's if they'll let you in.
And Chide is also from South Africa. We spoke earlier. Upendra, we spoke last night. I think he is in the USA at the moment, but originally from Canada. But great to see you guys.
Brilliant, guys.
Fantastic to have you on the. Yeah, sorry, Grant, I just sort of jumped in there. But
no, you're good, mate. You're good, mate. So let me tell you about AI websites, guys, because this is the thing that gets us really excited. This is why we're so passionate about what we do, because when we're selling marketing and we're trying to help small businesses, we always start with a website. Well, nearly always start with a website, because if you're controlling a small business's website, then generally you're going to be controlling their marketing, because when you're doing a marketing campaign, most roads lead back to a website. You know, if you're doing good old-fashioned leaflets, you're going to put the web address on there. If you're doing a Facebook campaign or PPC or whatever it might be, most roads lead back to a website. So controlling a website is the first thing that we recommend. And our websites have artificial intelligence built into them. Now, you don't need to get yourself concerned about the technicalities of AI. All you need to be able to know as a Blam partner is how it helps the customer, and how AI can get them more leads, or it can get them more conversions, or it gets their prospects to pay more attention. And it does. And in typically more than 20% more engagement, which is the term that we use, than a standard website. And pretty much everybody else's website is standard. Most people that have AI websites are big corporate bodies that spend a fortune, as are affordable websites. These are for small businesses, and they've got artificial intelligence built into them. So let me explain how that can help a small business. And a simple way of describing it would be that we can track the number of visits and give a personalized message depending on that number of visits. So for example, it might be a first-time visitor gets a message saying, welcome, you're a first-time visitor, right? Why not check out our video of the CEO? Or why not check out the deal that's we're running at the moment? Or here's our COVID-19 message. That message wouldn't be shown to a second or third time visitor, which is proven to get more engagement. Obviously, if you were showing that message over and over again, it wouldn't be appropriate. Or we could do a third time message that might be a welcome back message. Either way, tracking the number of visits and just having a little bit of cleverness to the way that you craft that message is proven to get more engagement, and that more engagement ultimately leads to more leads, which will mean more money to your customer, and that is absolutely key. But that's not all it does. We've also got these awesome themes. So one of the obvious ones is to have snow at Christmas. You know, if it's appropriate to have snow in your part of the world at Christmas, might not be in South Africa. I know somebody's from South Africa, but themes are something that we can apply. And what it means is you get animated graphics, snow being the example, or it might be pumpkins at Halloween, or it might be fireworks at New Year's Eve, and various other things. That means that the seasonal message is purveyed immediately to a visitor when they land on the website. And these cool graphics are a really great way of getting more engagement. Again, proven to get more engagement, and that means more money for your customers. So all you guys need to do is just specify on the brief form, please put snow at Christmas. That's all you need to say, and our developers take care of it. Or please have a first-time visitor message that says this, and we do the development, we do the design. All of our websites obviously look super sexy, look really cool. We pride ourselves on the aesthetic appeal of what we do. But we can also do stuff around a calendar. So it might be, hey, we're not in right now. The office is closed right now. Why not book an appointment and have a form booking if it's an out of hours? If it's during hours, it might be call us now and book an appointment, or call us now and chat with one of our people, or whatever it might be. And we can amend the website, edit the website, and book stuff in advance using the calendar. Could be seasonal stuff like, you know, here's the summer deal, or here's the autumn deal, or here's the Christmas deal, or whatever it might be. And all of that is taken care of by us. Again, this is proven. It's a professional way of getting more engagement and getting more sales ultimately. And then we've got geolocation. So our websites intelligently can detect where somebody is. And that means that we can deliver a message to people that are in that area. So this has been really valuable for people that have got food ordering apps that have got delivery. So if you imagine, if you go onto a website and it's within the delivery area, we could have a message that says, hey, you're nearby, right? Why not download our food ordering app to order your takeaway tonight? Or in this instance, it might be, hey, you're nearby, why not book an appointment with one of our consultants? Or why not book your car in for this message? Or why not book a viewing at this house? Or whatever it might be. But you can specify this in the brief. Our developers take care of it, and you've got another fantastic, unique selling point to differentiate you from the competition. And also, we know we're going to get results for the customer. So win, 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 win. Makes us so proud. It gives us a competitive edge in the marketplace. And these websites, what you're looking at there is the preview that our customers get to see. Everything looks super sexy, super slick, head and shoulders above the competition. And then finally, device detection. The device detection is just a no-brainer, really. It means that if somebody is looking at the website and they're on a mobile phone, we can detect that they're on a phone and give them a message prompting them to give them a call. Now, this is really useful for things like hairdressers, for, you know, well, loads of different businesses, because if somebody's on their phone, we know that a way of closing a deal is to talk to them. So encouraging them to make a call there and then is really, really key. Now, That little monologue that I've just given you about AI is something that all our partners become familiar with and use it in their presentation. We've also got loads of other stuff that makes our websites head and shoulders above the competition. They really are awesome websites, and I can say that without any hesitation or reluctance.
Unconscious bias.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? You think to yourself, when I'm saying it, I think people must say, well, you're bound to say that, aren't you? Well, not only am I saying it, it's also true. We just love them. And I could go on for ages about the websites, but
yeah, but by the way, I would love to show you guys and sort of give you a bit more of a deep dive on this. So I'll drop a link in now if you want to book a time. We've got some spots available next week. Yeah.
So cool, and I would recommend that if this is appealing to you guys. And so I'm just going to show you quickly some of the other stuff that the websites do, but Ed will show you this in much more detail. Future-proof system. We've had over 40 updates already to our website system this year, and every single customer gets the updates, so they never have to have their website rebuilt as you would do with other website platforms. It's future-proof and everybody gets updated. Drag and drop editor, so if customers do want to update the website themselves, it's really, really easy. Or partners can update their own websites or their customers' websites, or you can just get us to do it for you, but it's there if you need it. Full support, so we provide all the tech support, guys. You don't need to worry about being technical in any way, shape or form. That's what we do, and it's all in the back end of the websites. Our partners get a partner dashboard, so that means you can just see everything that's going on with all of your customers. It's a really cool back end dashboard. You don't need to worry about security of our websites. We get an SSL certificate, a security certificate on every single website, and it's backed up on Amazon Web Services servers, which is, if it's good enough for Amazon, it's good enough for us. And there's no cap or limit to the usage. Everything is really, really idiot proof and taken care of, so you don't have to worry about it. There's loads more stuff I could go on about the websites, and if you become a Blam partner, you're going to fall in love with this product too, as you will do with some of our other products. But suffice to say, dive in the deep dive with Ed, and you'll get to see a little bit more about how that works. So, but it's not all about websites, guys. Although that is our key product, that's the one that gets you on board with a client. We've got so many other cool products as well, not least of which is apps. And apps have just been such a big deal for us over the last few months, because so many small businesses now have to have an app, particularly restaurants, hotels, bars, pubs. They have to have an app now, and so we've just been inundated with apps, and we already ready to go. As I said to you at the beginning of the presentation, I personally have sold hundreds of apps. There's not a fat lot I don't know about selling apps and about apps for small businesses. Again, no bias there whatsoever, but we know a fair bit about apps, I have to say, and we love them. But there is very much, I've put the word strategy on there, very important how you sell an app, how you advise the client, how you manage their expectations. And that's all in our training program, where we do teach this, and getting that monthly recurring revenue model to stick for apps is absolutely key. Because if you don't sell apps appropriately, if you don't know what you're doing, they're not anywhere near as sticky as a website. And that's where it's really important that you get the model right. And we've got that strategy nailed.
Well, yeah, I can't wait to show you guys, and go into a lot more detail. The session typically takes 45 minutes to an hour. So yeah, book in using the link, and then we'll go on a screen share one-to-one like this. But not only the actual systems and support and training that's involved, go through a mini business plan and sort of start imagining how you can make money from this.
Awesome. Is my sound all right, Ed? Because I just knocked out my microphone lead. Is it okay?
Yeah, you sound beautiful, mate. Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Tones. If only I look that way.
Oh, hang on. You did break up a little bit then. You sounded a little bit like Robbie the Robot then. Yeah. I think you're all right now.
I'm catching. So So social media, big one for us. This really big one.
Yeah.
I am actually launching.
Is this the big announcement? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to let the guys know. Whether any of you guys actually end up signing up with us by Wednesday remains to be seen. But on Wednesday, I am officially launching our new social media posting platform, which is a serious contender to Hootsuite. And any of you that may have heard of social media platform called Hootsuite, it's a platform that allows you to post to multiple social media platforms in one go. And we have now got Blam Social, which is a serious competitor to that, and that will be available to all Blam partners. This is a big deal, guys. I'm launching it on Wednesday. This is a very, very cool platform and another massive opportunity to earn a monthly recurring revenue from another amazing tool. And in the same way that I'm massively proud of the websites and the apps, I'm equally proud of this new platform. It fits with our brand, and you know, we're all about quality and the best products, the best services at the best prices. And I'm just so excited to launch this because we really have nailed it with this one. So after Wednesday, you will be able to have a deep dive on that platform as well. Suffice to say, I've got partners queuing up to get in the queue for this one, and it is going to be awesome. Again, monthly recurring revenue to supply a product that is top of the market at a very competitive price. We are going to be smashing it. I really think we're going to be taking the market by storm with this product, and I'm super excited. It said today they've just finished the development today, so I've been testing this all day, and it is freaking awesome, guys. Excuse my language, but it just really is. But not only that, we've got local SEO as well, another monthly recurring revenue model. And that means that we can help our websites achieve rankings in Google with search engine optimization, another fantastic way of earning that revenue model. So let me tell you about our second why, which is our processes, because our systems and training is something we're very proud of and super passionate about. The Blam certified partner training system means that all of our partners get access to world-class training, which is provided through an online system where you watch a series of videos accompanied by a training quiz at the end of each video that takes you on a step-by-step training process to help you become a certified partner, giving you all the information that you need, right down to business foundational stuff through to sales and selling technique, presentation techniques, all of the things that you need to know to become a qualified certified partner, all managed in the back office online system, mean that you can train and become certified at your own pace in your own time, as well as the partnership that we've got with Digital Marketer, who are the #1 marketing training organization on the planet. We have partnered with them to be an official partner, which means that we supply every single one of the Digital Marketer training courses with your Blam partnership, which is a massive bit of kudos for us, because these training courses are second to none. They're all certified qualifications that, as a Blam partner, once you've completed these online courses, which are provided by Ryan Dice, who's the famous keynote speaker in marketing, who's on stages all over the world, his organization, Digital Marketer, they're the guys that we've partnered with, and we are entrusted by them to purvey their message. We get trained by them, and you get trained by us, and it means that we're always on the cutting edge. The Conversion Funnels Mastery course, which is the one at the top, is the one that all of our partners are required to undertake, and then the rest they undertake at their leisure. So if you're the kind of person that loves learning and wants to become expert, we've got everything that you need, or you can take it at your own pace. The Conversion Funnels is the one that you need. But this is the kind of qualification that is recognized the world over. And if you're anything like us, we spend once a year, we go to San Diego. We meet up with these guys at the Traffic and Conversion Conference, which they run, which is the biggest marketing conference in the world. And these guys just absolutely spoil us rotten when we go there. We always take partners with us. We're going in December this year because it was postponed due to COVID. But honestly, being part of this community is just an awesome experience, whether it's the Blam partner
VIP
community.
treatment. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
it's just awesome, isn't it? Arnold Schwarzenegger is the keynote speaker this year. It was Richard Branson last year. And yeah, it's just this is part of the fun of it is the, you know, getting under the bonnet of marketing and becoming experts so that we can help more people.
Yeah,
And
one
then,
of the things that I love about this is that you're not really in business for yourself. You're, you know, by yourself. You're with, you know, this is a community of people.
that really
You know,
is.
so the social media groups, you know, I've just shared the Blam Academy group. That's a free group, but we've got a closed inner circle group. And once you become a partner, you become a part of that. You know, you talk to people all over the world. You know, people collaborate on projects. It's you know, learn from each other. It's really cool.
And then finally, we got our third why, which is the people, and that's our people. You know, our team are just awesome. So, you know, we are so proud of especially the way that they've coped over the pandemic period, because we've really had to step up as a business, guys, because of course none of our staff have been going into the office, so everybody's been working remotely. We were already set up like that to a certain extent, so our staff were never in the office every day, and of course we've got staff from different parts of the world as well, because we serve a number of different time zones, although they are back in the UK at the moment due to the sort of travel restrictions, but we're still supporting those different time zones, and supporting our partners is kind of the number one thing on our list. You know, because if our partners aren't happy with what we do, and if we don't give them the right support, then we haven't really got a business. It's all about giving our partners the tools, the support, the knowledge, the mentoring, the education that they need to be successful in business. And we measure that through using our support system. And that means that every single partner puts all of their support queries through our system that is measured, and then we measure the feedback. And anytime we get negative feedback, Ed and I deal with that personally. And I'm pleased to say the majority of the time we're at 100% positive feedback. It's never dipped below 95%. We get hundreds of tickets a week, and we deal with them all. And just that little screen grab that I did a few weeks ago now, back in May, just on that little list of people there's people from all over the world: South Africa, California, Toronto, another South African, Australia. So we've got partners all over the world, and we support them all, and looking after our partners and keeping them happy and supported, whether it be through our Facebook community, through our support center, through our learning center. That is really what we are all about. It's about helping our partners be successful, because our partners' success is our success. And our success means our customers are successful as well, and that's that magic circle.
Yeah, and in the screen share, if you choose to join us there, then I'll show you that the support is not only for you; it's also for your customers as they come on board. We will work on your behalf, so
Exactly.
that support system serves you and your clients.
Yeah.
Just mindful of time, we've just hit the top of the hour. We're not quite finished yet. I think because of the social media entry, we're running a little bit over. We'll probably unmute in a 3-4 minutes.
Yeah,
and then,
we're nearly at the end now.
Yeah. Cool. Sorry, guys.
Awesome. So we're creating tech entrepreneurs, guys. That's what we're looking to do, is to help our partners become tech entrepreneurs, where we take care of the tech, and our partners can be entrepreneurial with their own business, their own brand. And we're doing that across the globe right now, and it's just awesome. And you know, as soon as the restrictions are out of place, Ed and I, we do a lot of traveling. We go over to South Africa, we go over to Canada, to the US, we go over to Ireland. Ireland was the last trip that we made, actually, and we do this regularly throughout the year, soon as the restrictions are over. So it means that we get to go and meet our partners face to face, you know, and and socialize with them as well as educate them. We always do training whenever we travel. We can't wait to get back there. Trips that are up and coming are San Diego in December. We're looking to go to South Africa in February, and there'll be more trips throughout the year next year, because we want to meet you face to face. We want to do business with you, and that's really what it's all about for us. Is just growing that network and growing that the what we call the Blam fam. And with that, you can actually work from anywhere in the world, because as long as you've got an internet connection, we're not like a franchise where you're restricted, where you buy a territory, because you may well have contacts that you might be based in one country and have contacts in another, and this is quite common for our partners to work in different territories. The marketplace for us is so immense. There's so many people that need our help that there really is no need for us to do a territory-based system. And therefore, we help you leverage your network first and foremost, and all that is provided within the training. So just to finish off with a few testimonials, in fact, I've been on the phone to a couple of these partners coincidentally today already. Spencer, who's in the bottom left, he's my first guinea pig who's trialing out the social media. Brilliant feedback already. In fact, if I'd have thought, he only sent me the text message about half an hour before I did this presentation. In his usual way, there were some expletives in there, saying how awesome he thought the system was, because I've given him first access to it, and because he's already got clients that he wants to get on board with it. Sherelle's another one that's badgering me for it. She's so Spencer, by the way, the purpose of this is not to show you the videos, guys. You can see the videos on blampartners.com. I've just uploaded a new one a few days ago from a partner that sent me a testimonial, signed up in February, I think it was. We've got loads and loads of testimonials, but it's the diversity I wanted to talk about. We've got people all over the world in all different positions. Some of them are in full-time work and they do the Blam on the side. And then other ones like, Mike from Florida there, who's had an absolutely bonkers few months. He's gone mental, smashing it to pieces. It is, in fact, I spoke to our PPC guy, Jason, was on the phone to one of his team members this morning, just saying it's like chaos there because they're so busy with what's going on. He said they're running around like headless chickens. But he's an ex. Michael used to be a director of like a large retail store, and he took early redundancy, became a Blam partner.
It was Lowe's. One of the biggest sort of what's it? Outdoor equipment, I think it is.
Is it? Yeah. And then Matt down in the bottom right, who's just gone full time on his business. He's absolutely smashing it at the moment. These guys are all from different backgrounds. It's not like we can give you a template to say, well, if you fit this criteria, you'll become a successful Blam partner. That's not the criteria. The criteria is having a passion to run your own business, to work hard, to follow the instructions and the template that we give you, and to love helping small businesses become successful online. And really that is the formula. And there's such a wide variety of personalities that fits. But notice how I said the hard work with this, guys. You don't buy a job. It's not like you spend the money, you do the training, and then the work comes flooding in. This is a business that you're running here, and anybody that is successful in business puts in the graft. They put in the hard work. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not multi-level marketing. It's none of that. This is a really straightforward business model. This is that you reach out to small businesses, you show them a presentation, and you close the deal, and you get them on a monthly recurring revenue. And we give you all the training, the support, the back office. We give you the tools and all of that you need. And you've got to go out and do the work. And the harder you work, the more money you'll make. And do you know what, guys? That goes for pretty much any business. There's no such thing as get rich quick, promise you. Every overnight success was years in the making. So yeah, just hopefully it's not come across that way. But you know what I always find? Hard work is easy when you love what you do. And we've been working like absolute maniacs over the last few months and loving every second of it. So hard work never hurt anybody. That's what my dad always said. So this is, I just wanted to share this with you. As Ed said, we've got a social media platform, Facebook group, which is the Inner Circle, the Blam Inner Circles group. And it's just for Blam partners. And this is one that was posted by Sarah. Do you know what? I don't know whether you can hear that, but I just need to shut the door because my son has just decided to start doing his trumpet practice. Just bear with me a sec, guys.
Literally, I think, guys, we're just running a little bit over because of the social media announcement. We will be unlocking. Well, you can unlock your mics very shortly to ask any questions. But if you need to go, there will be a replay available as well. So no worries.
That's
but
the beauty
stick around for this
lockdown,
for a bit longer.
The beauty of working at home, that isn't it? When your son starts playing the trumpet.
I've just had a cat incident over here. Never mind.
So let me quickly read this testimony because this sums it up for me. This does, and this was right at the beginning of lockdown. One of our long-term partners posted this in the Blam Partners Inner Circle group. I have to say, Grant, that I'm hugely grateful to Blam for encouraging me to build a business based on a recurring monthly income, as I'm hoping it will help me weather the storm more easily than other businesses. I'm feeling very sorry for lots of people. And that really summed it up. In fact, she said yesterday, didn't she, Ed, that she's so pleased that the reason that she felt like this was because she's had to homeschool her son throughout the whole of lockdown. So she hasn't been able to go to work. But because she's got a monthly recurring revenue, it's not bothered her. And she was on.
Also, I mean, Sarah used to be quite, it was a challenge for her, this business. There's no sugarcoating it. It was a real struggle for her. And, we've coached her. Yeah, and we've coached her through it, and she's persevered with it, and she's reaping the benefits from it. And it's such a humbling experience to have been a part of that. Yeah,
and she's awesome. She's got her own little office now, and she said on the webinar yesterday that we did for partners that she's looking for. As she knows that the kids are going back to school in September, so she's delighted by that. She can start work again, but she hasn't had to worry over lockdown because she's got a monthly recurring revenue. And that's the key. She didn't have to work.
Thanks, Ritesh.
Awesome. So yeah, I'll just quickly show you. These are just a couple of messages that partners have sent me in relation to the deals that we do. So we do promotions for partners every 6 weeks that allows them to go out and do deals. And those deals means that they've got the marketing material, they've got the backing of us, and they can do bundles and deals. And we usually brand them up like we did with this one, the Blam Bounce Back Bundle. And it just means that they've got the marketing material to go out and shout out, and use the assets that we give them that are branded to themselves. So the Blam logo gets swapped for their logo, and then they can go out and do that marketing. And these are just a couple of messages where partners have sent me little WhatsApps, because we communicate a lot on WhatsApp, just saying how chuffed they are with the deals that we've done, because it means that they get to sell more. And both these guys really smashed it with these deals. You can see from the text, this deal landing page, in my opinion, is better than the digital lifelines. The value is unbelievable. And then there's Spencer again, who I spoke about earlier. I think that the BBB is smarter. The smarter I think it is. I've crossed out his expletives. This is so awesome, mate. Really well done for pulling this one out of your beep. So he's a bit of a cat. But we have a bit of banter. This kind of relationships that we have with our partners. But yeah, that kind of brings me to the close. And the final messages, guys, are just, whether you're interested in Blam or whether you're, on a different entrepreneurial journey, remember what I said about monthly recurring revenue. It's the thing that's going to future-proof your business. It recession-proofs your business. Remember what Sarah said? It protected her from the unknown, because you never know what's around the corner, and you want to build a business with longevity. We're more than happy to jump on a call and talk about the business in more detail. We have, as you may well imagine, got a deal running at the moment that we can share with you. And I just want to double check. Are there any questions, Ed?
If you want to briefly unmute, before we sort of reveal this deal, but I mean, most of you will have seen this already. So feel free to unmute if you have any questions. And sorry for running over a little.
Yeah, sorry, we ran over a bit, guys. I'll skip to the end because I'm guessing a few of you will have already booked up with Ed by now. So the package is 9997, and I'm sure Ed will pop in what that is in your currency. And just to confirm, guys, there are some payment options that we can talk about, which I'll explain in a little minute. But the one thing I just want to tell you, we get people from all over the world come on these presentations. You get charged in your currency, so you will not be a victim to currency fluctuations. So we've got bank accounts in all the different currencies that we deal in. So, you know, you don't need to worry about that. All of the pricing and everything that we provide you will be in your currency. So you get the Blam certification, which is the exclusive certification, back-end access, all online to become a certified Blam partner, which you can leverage our brand when you are out dealing with your clients. You get exclusive access to the management team. That means me and Ed. We're going to be mentoring you. We're going to be coaching you. We're going to be making sure that you achieve success as quickly as you can. You get the live training, which is twice a week exclusive to Blam partners. We've got closed groups, closed webinars, just like this, where you get your trainings. That's ongoing every week. Access to exclusive Blam partner deals like the Bounce Back Bundle. So again, this means that you get the tools you need to go out and sell. You get the motivation, the education, and all of the assets that you need. The accountability program, the multi-mind group, I've mentioned it already. You get to go online with a group of other partners where you share your highs, your lows. You're accountable to each other. And that one thing is just so powerful, guys. I can't tell you. You get your own brand website and app with enhanced bespoke features. So, of course, you know, you're going to know the value of these websites, and you get your own website. You're going to know the value of the apps as well. You get your own app, and you can leverage all of the really funky tools that you get in those websites for your own business. The weekly webinars we've mentioned, with all the training that gets included. Digital marketing training. So it's over £5,000 worth of training is provided with the actual certification. So it just makes it even better value to know that you get all of that with it, as well as the bespoke marketing materials that we design for you and your business, because you do get your own brand, your own logo that we design for you, and all the business cards and leaflets and whatnot that go with it. And we're doing the elite package for the DIY price at the moment. So that means that you get mentoring, one-to-one training from me and Ed, which means that our reputation is on the line to make sure that you make a super success of your business. And we are not soft on you. In fact, we're quite the opposite, because this is our commitment to making sure that you achieve success as quickly as possible. And that means that you get access to us. You get access to all of the fast track tools that we can give you to help you reach the success that you need. And we give you all of that for the standard price, which is our monthly price of $299 a month. Which means that you get full access to the team. We'll design whatever you like for that. You can send us 20 websites in a month. They all get designed, and there's no extra fee. Makes it an absolute no-brainer of a deal. But Ed can dive into what that means for you from a money point of view, and so that you can see how that works. But that is our deal right now. It saves you £6,000. And Ed will talk you through how that works. Now, if you're based in the UK, we have got funding options. If you are based outside of the UK, we can do you, in fact, you could do this in the UK if you wanted to. We can do you a deal where we split the payments over 5 months. So you can make it much more affordable if you want to split the payments. And once your first payment is made, you're on board, and then you will get access to everything that you need to become a Blam partner. And then it's just followed by 4 payments after that to try and split the payments and make it affordable. If funding is an issue, guys, if this investment is something that's not affordable, right now in lots of countries around the world, there are loads and loads of funding things going on. So in the UK, for example, we've got access to one that can split the small business startup loan, which we've had a number of partners go through. We're kind of qualified on that as a business, so we can get that fast tracked if you're in the UK. But I know there are a number of different schemes around the world as well that are similar. So if this isn't affordable, but you're really, really keen to become a partner, please do have a chat with us and let's see if we can help you source the right kind of funding. I'm sorry I ran over, guys. I do apologize for keeping you so long, but I am now open for questions should you have any. There we go. I realise, guys, obviously, if you would feel much comfortable speaking on a one-on-one with Ed, that is fine. But if you've got anything you want to say, we're all yours right now. Just unmute yourself.
Chida, welcome to unmute. Azar, if you have any questions. Khaled, we spoke before, so you feel free to dive in again. If you guys are still here, we'll stick around for a few more minutes. Thank you, Grant, for an awesome presentation as usual. Yeah, really excited to hear about the social media packages coming up very soon. And yeah, we will stick around for a few more minutes. Awesome. Got a meeting booked with Youssef, so he's already in the calendar for Monday. I do have a few spots available if you want to do the one-to-one. Just at any stage of this process, guys, it's just we're here to give you information. Yes, there is a deal available, but feel under no obligation to do anything at this stage. Needless to say, I think maybe Chidi, you guys, and Azar, Khaled, maybe you've put the phone down. And,
maybe.
That's fine for the purpose of recording. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this on the rerun, all the links provided will be in the comments below. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, and look at the free training available, partner testimonials, and general good stuff if you want to become an entrepreneur. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you very much for watching. My pleasure. Thank you, Chidi. Look forward to speaking to you very soon. And yes, goodbye for now and see you on the next one.
Cheers, guys. See you. Bye-bye.
Take care.